Hello everyone, this is Leonite with Leonite's Gaming. Today we are going to start on a new pack. This one is Agrarian Skies 2 by Jaded Cat. Currently we're on version 1.0.39. Without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to do single player, and we'll do the Morvey Cottage. So for those of you who don't know, Agrarian Skies 2 is a skyblock with hardcore questing mode enabled. This gives us basically quest lines that we can follow through. Alright, looks like you got a few things here. Yes, the inventory reduction mod. Is there a chest down here? There is not. Alright, so the very first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get ourselves a chest, because this is way too much stuff to hold on us all the time. Alright, one other thing that we want to do is take a look at our quest book. Oh. Fire that up quick. Alright. Oh, so I'm not going to read this, but you're more than welcome to pause the video and read it if you like, or download the mod pack and read it yourself. So 8 quests in total, a lot of different reputation here. Let's start into learning the skyblock. First steps. Looks like we need to get ourselves some oak wood. And a pick or a pan. Alright, well let's get some wood. Alright. Crafting task. Oak wood planks. Well, we can get those real quick. And now it wants us to hand in one of those. My name is Smith. I think I'm going to go with the Pan of Misfortune, just because you can use this as a furnace for food-based items in a pinch. So, just in case I need it, we're going to go ahead and do that. Claim that. Next thing, wooden pickaxe. Ooh, 3 trophy slots. And this one. Well, first thing we need to do is we need to get ourselves a crafting table. And might as well make it into a crafting station from Tinker's Construct. Place that down. And if you've never played a modded skyblock before, one of the first things you want to do is make a crook. And what that allows you to do is get more drops from trees. And that's going to be very important coming soon. So I'm going to get the crook and break all the leaves with it. It doesn't increase your chances by a huge amount, but it does increase your chances. And every extra sapling you can get is going to be very beneficial. Plus more food. Alright, so let's take down the rest of this tree quick. And we'll get another one planned right away. So as I said, one of the things that we're going to need right away is a chest, because this is way too much stuff to have on me at one time. In case I die, then yeah, would not be a fun time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just grow a bunch of trees quick and try to get a few more saplings, so I'll be back when I'm done with that. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a few extra things here. I've got 17 oak saplings now, so that's a good amount. I've got 1 planted. So one of the nice key features of Ex Nihilo, however you prefer to pronounce it, is you can make what's called a barrel. Let's get a few more of these. We'll make 2 quick. So these have numerous purposes. The first of which I'm going to set up a couple just over here. Let's get 1 more, just for good measure. So what these will do is, once it starts raining, these will collect rainwater, and they can hold 1 bucket of water. This will come in very handy before too overly long. Now, one of the other things that is really good about these is you can compost organic matter into dirt. And as you can see, we don't have that much dirt out there. So it takes 8 saplings, or 32 of this basil, which comes from using a crook on a tree, or letting the leaves decay naturally as well. The other thing that you get from using the crook on a tree is silkworms, and these are going to come in very handy very shortly. So, I know I had an extra piece of bone in here, or dirt, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and block this off. And we'll go ahead and put a piece of dirt on there, and we'll grow this up quick. Alright, so we're going to put the silkworm on this tree here, and what that's going to do is it's going to infest these leaves and spread to the entire tree. Now, one of the nice parts about this is, once it's currently completely infested a leaf block, first thing is it no longer drops saplings. Using a crook on it, whatever, it will not drop any saplings. One other thing that it does, though, is it drops string, and that's going to be very useful. As you can see, it's getting nighttime here, so I don't think I really want to be outside because there's that up there that likes to spawn lots of mobs. So we're going to move this inside so we can keep doing some work in here. 14, yeah, it should be good. And as you can see, this is now turned into a block of dirt. So we'll put the other 8 in here. And we'll just hang on to that for now, because that will come in handy shortly. So, we need to make all the tinker stuff. So, let's get to that. That should do. One of these. One of these, one of these, and one of these. And that should complete this. So now it wants a flint axe head. Alright, well, let's put these guys down quick. Put the stencil table, part builder, pattern chest, and tool station. Now the reason I put them this way is because you just basically want this pattern chest touching your part builder, because when you open this, you have access to all of your patterns in there. That just makes it a little bit easier. So we'll go and put this stuff in here, and we'll go with an axe head pattern. And I should have some flint here. And there we go. Flint axe head. We'll put that in there, and as you can see, it goes into the pattern chest. So there's that. Milk or egg? I think I'm going to go with eggs, because then I can possibly get a chicken, which would be very beneficial. The one downside about this pack is the animals are hostile towards you. There's a later quest that actually explains that, but it's one thing I found through trial and error is that all the normally passive mobs are hostile, except for squids and ocelots. So we're going to claim that. What else do we have? Alright, so we have Old MacDonald here. That gives us crop sticks, lettuce seeds, potato seeds, or raiding. Oh, ooh, it gives us a watering can too. That's nice. We'll get to that here in a little bit once I get a bucket of water. Let's see here. Strings attached. Okay, so all I have to do is get string, which we already put the silkworms on the string. Spongy. Oop, I hear something. Let's get our axe made real quick. Now we have some kind of weapon. Alright, so there's one of them, and I believe there's actually a quest in here for that guy. Alright, we'll just pop back in here quick. Open this up. Yes, Mary had a little. Kill 1 skeleton and 1 zombie. 2 spawn cows and a full heart, a pot, or a reward bag. Now, I'm actually going to go with the pot for this one, because that means that I can start getting a lot of food very quickly. Basic mob tower, 27 blocks high, contains a hole in the center, bucket of and water pushing them to their death, etc. I'm going to make a little bit different mob farm than what this one suggests, but we can claim that. And since we're not actually on hardcore mode this this heart does nothing for us. There's another one out here. Won't say no to some rotten flesh. We can actually turn that into some food. Let's see here. Get some drying racks, and we'll just put those right out here. Now, one thing that I want to do is I want to put the apples up there before I get too hungry, because these restore half of a bar of hunger, whereas the dried fruit, which these will become very shortly, restore one full block of hunger, or one full part of hunger. So essentially doubling it. Alright, now this one wants a wooden pickaxe. Let's go ahead and make that quick. That'll give us 3 more inventory slots, which is probably one of the most beneficial things that I can think of. Actually 4, because we just got an achievement for that. Manual submit. And let's go with the raw fish. And we'll go ahead and use these trophies. Open up some more space. So these blank slots will actually open up when you complete achievements or get trophies. Some more bones, that's good. I'm going to hold off on making the mob farm until I actually have a way to light an area up. Pull that out. Put these away, that away. Alright, so dried fruit. And as you can see, ooh, it's 1.5 bars of hunger that it restores. So even better than I was anticipating. Oh, little zombies. I hate the baby zombies. So yeah, we're going to keep putting these up there and basically tripling our food that way. At least for the beginning. Alright, well why don't we make some crop sticks right away. Crop sticks are very easy to make. They have to be made in a crafting station. They might not look like it, but they do. They have to have 4 sticks in the top left-hand corner. It can't be anywhere else. It can't be in a 2x2. It has to be in a 3x3 crafting grid, and then you can make them. And you're going to make a lot of them, trust me. So potato seeds we can get from sifting dirt. From what I hear, this raiding hoe is actually pretty good, so why don't we go ahead and get that. Take a look at this. Tear jerkers, so don't really know how to repair it. Reinforced 1 modifier. Not bad, not bad. We'll just put you in here for now, and we'll put all of our seeds in here. We'll get to that shortly. Put those back up. Alright, so it does look like this whole thing is infested, which is a big plus. We'll go ahead and break this with the crook. You definitely want to use the crook so that way you get the string and more silkworm drops. Silkworms can be used for food in a pinch, but you have to cook them first, which is one of the main reasons why I got the pan. Oh. Hello, Skelly. I didn't even hear him fall down. Now hopefully we get enough to make what's called a sieve and a bed. A bed would be amazing to get as well, but the sieve is more important. Ow! Trying to work here, skeleton. I think I lost that. Oh, maybe not. 30. That is actually just enough to make what I want to make. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to make 3 wool, and we're going to make ourselves a bed quick. Now you can sleep away the night and not have to worry about mobs coming after us. I'm putting it out here instead of down the bottom because I've had the bed disappear every once in a while if I put it down below. Some guys up there. Ooh, Enderman. Might be able to get him. Please give me an ender pearl. You did. Awesome. That'll make it a little bit easier to get started into what I want to a little bit later on. Alright, and this road, don't run on it, because you'll end up running right off the edge because it's slippery. I died a few times to that in Agrarian Skies 1. Alright. So, strings. So we're going to go with sugarcane seeds. And we also got to spawn sheep. I went with sugarcane because we already have some seeds here. So, let's take a look at what's next. Composting barrels. Get cobblestone. We'll get that in there in a second. So, sifting forever. So now we need to make an oak sieve. Now this is one of the very important parts that we need to get right away, because this allows us to actually start getting resources. So, don't know why that didn't grab. You need 2 of these silk meshes, which is string in a 3x3. Those down the middle, there, and there. And this can be made with any type of wood, but we have an abundance of oak, so we're just going to use oak. So make that. Now it wants miniature stones. Now these can be got from sifting dirt. So let's go ahead and do that. And that's the reason why I wanted to get a few pieces of dirt right away. And sifting dirt can also get you a few other things, like spruce seeds. So if we hit R on here to go to Wayla, sifting dirt can give us sugarcane seeds, birch seeds, stone, carrot, potato, rubber tree. That's going to be a very key thing later on. Melon, pumpkin, acorns, which are oak trees. Acacia seeds, spruce seeds, some salt, grass seeds, another big and very important thing, and some regular seeds. So, now that we have that, we can go ahead and take the crossbow of sorrow or the pick routing. We won't be able to get arrows for this for a while, so I'm going to go with the pick. And what else do we have here? It wants 1 cobblestone. Well, that's easy enough to make. We'll just do that. And hey, we got that. Spawn pig and rainmaker. Cool. So, I'm going to hold off on spawning those guys for a little while. And we're going to need that shortly. Let's open up this reward bag quick. Ho ho! Now that's probably one of the best rewards that I've got. An extra 6 hearts. Yes, thank you. Alright, now this Rainmaker. The Rainmaker is kind of cool, but you have to be careful with it because it does bring down lightning strike that does damage an area. However, I do need some water. So we're going to pop over here. I'll just put it up somewhere. Now we're going to get away from it. See? That's why you don't really want to be too overly close to it. Pick these back up. And now if we come over here, you can see on Wayla that the water is accumulating in there. 14, 15%, 16%, etc. We don't actually have an infinite water source anywhere around, so this is going to come in handy once we get a bucket. And I know you only need 2 water sources in order to get an infinite water source. You'll understand why I did this in a little while. But let's go ahead and make this a little bit better, shall we? Break that. Let's see here. Yeah. Now this becomes a much better area for working in. Because I'm going to use this for something different. Put these back over here. Alright, take a look in here. Hammer time. Get some clay. Now that's very beneficial, but it's not going to help us a huge amount just yet. So let's go ahead and make a fishing rod first. It's going to require me to grow up one of the trees. And I'll be back once I have some more string. Alright guys, so I just slept through the night to get rid of the rain finally, because we have all of our buckets full. Plus mobs don't spawn up there anymore. And we have our tree just about done. So let's go ahead and start getting some string from this. And we now have more than enough for what we need. So we'll let that finish up here. And I went and made a bunch more trees while I was waiting. Go ahead and get a fishing rod, and that should complete this one. More brush, half a heart. As I said, half a heart's not going to be useful for us because we're not playing on hardcore mode at the moment, so we'll go with the aluminum oreberry bush. And we get another trophy. No complaints here. Alright, next up, millstone. 16 bread from that. Again, not complaining. So we need this guy. Alright, that shouldn't be too difficult to make. And there we have it. So now it wants us to make flour. Well, we don't have any wheat offhand, but we can change that. Go ahead and grab one of you, and we have our pick on us. Break this guy right here. Press that down. And we have a raiding hoe. There it is. Till that. And now we need some crops. Because you'll notice that you can't place anything on farmland. It has to have a crop on there, then you can plant the seeds. So we will get some bone meal and finish that up quick. Alright, so that's mature. We'll just grab that. Now one other thing to note is if it gets too dark here, the crops and the plant will actually break, so you want to be careful of that. So now, if we just do... Ah! Looks like this is not as easy as it used to be. That appears to be a bug in the most recent version. That always used to work. Oh, we'll come back to that one in a little while. Now one other nice thing about string, which you may want to actually keep infesting trees, as opposed to just trying to get more saplings, is you can put string into a barrel and compost it into dirt. I'm not exactly sure how many it takes for that, because I haven't done it for quite a while, but we will find out. So we have 24. One does 4%. That's what, well, that's quite a few. I don't think that's really worth it, so we're just going to refill this with basil. So your best bet is still saplings, because they do 8% each. Get some of these. Get this, fill up our hunger. Alright, I will be back. I'm going to start making more, or getting more saplings and getting some more dirt, because we're going to need 6 pieces of cobblestone in order to get ourselves a furnace. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I've went ahead and sifted through a bunch of dirt here, and it looks like we now have enough to make ourselves a slab furnace. These are very nice because they take a little bit less in the way of cobblestone. They end up taking 4 cobblestone to make 1 as opposed to 8, so very much beneficial. We're just going to toss you right here for now, and let's make ourselves some torches. Of course I have that recipe disabled. Alright then, let's not make some charcoal to make torches that way. Instead, we will go ahead and throw this on the ground and beat it with a hammer, which will give us gravel. Now if we come back in here and go into here, hammer time. We now have gravel done, And if we take the gravel and hammer it again, we'll get sand. Let me see through the night here quick before some mobs start spawning, because that is never pleasant. Alright. And so then it wants us to make dust, which again is made by sand, hammer. Yay! So now we get some clay, 4 sand, 4 gravel, and 4 dust. We're going to go with clay instead of the rainmaker because we already have essentially infinite water at this point. So we'll claim that. And then place you down, break you, and let's make ourselves a quick bucket. I don't really have much room right now. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. And all that. Alright, so let's fire this bucket quick. And we have enough. And this will let us go ahead and move water around. We can move lava with it as well, but it will consume the bucket. So essentially, if you're going to be moving stuff around, make sure you move all your water before you're done with it. Which is what we're going to do. We're going to make ourselves a little infinite water source over here. Yeah, it was not where I wanted to put you. Place that there. One bucket. And 2 buckets. Alright, so one of the other things you can do with this these barrels of water is if you take dust and right-click on a full barrel, you will get a block of clay. Yay! More clay! Alright, so now that we have that done, there's one other thing that I want to do quick. That was not the one I wanted to grab. There we go. So we come up here, break this middle one. Put that there. We now have a nice area for doing some planting, which will really help out with getting more dirt. Ooh. Actually, I think I'm going to change how I have that set. Put that there, and we'll put the water over here. And you'll see why I do that in a little while. But for now, it seems like this is a very good wrapping up point. We got ourselves a slab furnace. Tomorrow, I'm going to start working on getting ourselves a cobble gen, which is really going to help us out, and we can start getting resources that way. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment on the video if you did like it, or comment if you didn't like it. If you want me to change something, I will go ahead and read your comments and make the change you guys want. But for now, this is Leonite signing off. Have a great day.